Good morning and welcome to a vlog because I've been too busy to do anything else. Oh my God. Hello, welcome. If you are new here, I am Mare. I am a former makeup artist, esthetician, hairstylist, and nail tech, and now I live on a mountain in the middle of nowhere. As you see back here, you'll see the background going by. You will see a lot of nowhere. You will not see strip malls. You will not see subdivisions. You'll see buses. You will not see a city. You will not see 4-lane roads. You will see a lot of 2-lane roads that are very windy. Anyway, hi. Oh my God, it's early. I was up, well, first off, I woke up at 3:30 in the morning. And it's one of those things where, you know, like you have so much to do, or like the day before you travel, sometimes like you can't sleep because your brain is already like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That's how I am about today, tomorrow, and possibly Friday. Work. In between work, vet appointments for me, like health stuff. Nothing bad, just checkups. Trying to squeeze everything in. Rescheduling my doctor's appointments so that I can put my clients in and get my dog grooms done. Because, hi, I'm not a hairstylist anymore. I moved away from Michigan and Detroit 18 years ago. It'll be 19 years this October, which is crazy. When we hit 20 years, it's going to freaking blow my mind that 20 years I will have lived out here. Anyway, I moved out to the Poconos. And I've talked about this in other videos. I'll just say it really short right here. Why did I not become a makeup artist, an esthetician, or a hairstylist when I moved out to the Poconos? I tried, okay? I tried to transfer my license out here. To this day, in my file, 18 years later, I saved, first of all, I still have my card, my cosmetology license. It's expired and it was from Michigan. I couldn't transfer it. And I have the letter from the state board saying you can't transfer to Pennsylvania and work here unless you go back to school and get more hours. Listen, Linda. I was in my 40s. And I had already been doing hair for a long time. I was like I graduated in like 1993? Did I start in 1990? I'm trying to think of when I started. I have my, I don't know why I don't remember. It was the early 90s. I believe I graduated in 1993, but it might have been before that. Anyway, I do have my graduation certificate also. I went to Michigan College of Beauty in Troy, Michigan, in case anybody doesn't believe me. Anyway, but I mean, I've actually shown my license and stuff in the past. I was also an ambassador. I was in the ambassador program for TG Linea, which is Tony and Guy products. If you're wondering who that is, do you know Bedhead? Yeah, the people who invented Bedhead. I was an educator for them, and I used to go to other salons, and I used to do lectures and talks. And an ambassador means that you have to jump through a lot of hoops and do a lot of stuff and speak in front of a panel of people from the company and be accepted into the ambassador program. And I had to memorize ingredients in their products, what they all did. But I also did makeup for Tony and Guy. Oh my God. They had the best makeup. When I worked in the salon, I used Tony and Guy TG Linea makeup. In the 90s, it was amazing. I think I still have a few things that I saved from the 90s. I do have my original brush set that I used in the salon. I also have my giant brush to brush hair off of people's necks after a haircut and off their faces. And it was given to me by the owner of the salon. The first salon I worked at, I got a job as her assistant. I did not go right into a salon, even though I had my license. I didn't go in and start like cutting hair right away. I was an assistant to an owner, which in my opinion, so much better, because coming out of school, you think you know it all, you don't know it all. So I went to school and then I worked under an owner of a salon, and I loved her. Her and her husband ran the salon. It was in Royal Oak, Michigan. It was a little more edgy. It wasn't a lot of old lady haircuts and things like that. It was kind of cool. It wasn't the punk rock salon in Royal Oak. I've talked about that in a live too. That was upstairs salon in Royal Oak. And believe me, I tried to work at upstairs salon. And every weirdo gothic punker wanted to work at upstairs in the 80s and 90s in Royal Oak, Michigan. It was impossible to get a job there. And it sucked because that was the only salon in Metro Detroit anywhere that I could find that. Oh, there was one on, I forgot the name of it. My Detroit people who are old goths or punkers. It was on Gratiot Avenue, I believe I don't think it was in Roseville. It was on Gratiot, and it was north of 696. People not from there are like, I don't know what you're talking about. Gratiot north of 696 on the east side, going north on Gratiot. What was the name of that salon? I swear to God, if you can name it in the comments, I might send you something. Maybe I'll send you a Manic Panic. That would be funny. The first comment to name that salon gets... I have so much Manic Panic I'm getting rid of. I think it's still... Anyway, look, I'm kidding. I may or may not send somebody something. You never know. I'm a gifty kind of person. I owe Adrienne, hi Adrienne, you're probably watching, a huge, this box I'm getting together for Adrienne, it's getting to the point where I may have to deliver it to Michigan or something because it's getting way too big, and I don't even know if I want to try to mail it. It's going to cost me like $100 to mail this box of stuff for Adrienne, because she helped name my double feature Makeup Monday, which I haven't done in a while, and I have to get back to doing. Hopefully next Monday I can do it. Monday was President's Day, so my husband was home from work. We had the nicest day on Monday. Both of us did absolutely nothing. We did nothing. We sat on the couch. He was watching shows. He was watching like YouTubes and stuff, and he was doing that, and I was reading my Kindle, and that's what we did. So I'm letting this Jeep in, even though they're kind of a jerk, because it's a Jeep. Did I let them in because they're a Jeep? Yes. They went along and they cut everybody off, but I'm letting them in because they're a Jeep. But you shouldn't do that, Jeep. My husband hated it when I would do that, so I stopped doing it. He's like, don't be that guy. And I'm like, okay. Where, there's 2 lanes, and one of them goes east and one goes west, and the people go in the eastbound lane because there's not as many cars, and then they cut everybody off in the going westbound lane onto the freeway. Yeah, don't do that. That's not cool. Like, get up early, leave earlier, set your alarm earlier. I was up at 3:30 in the morning. I got 5 hours of sleep. Anywho, life has been lifing and overwhelming, which is why I still haven't even posted part 3 of when I went to Earthlight Foods, and I was unboxing and unbagging and showing all the stuff I got. I'm probably still going to put that up, although it's going to be like, I did that a little over a week ago. I do still have all the vegan cheeses to try, though. So I should probably do that in the next day or two. I don't know how with what I'm working. So right now, if you're wondering where I'm going at 8:19 in the morning on a freaking Wednesday, I'm not even going to pass these people. I'm going to stay in the right lane and go slow. I don't care. It's kind of crappy out here, as you can see. It's raining. Temperature's 35 though, so thankfully it's not ice. It's not like slick. It's not even ice. It would be like that sleety kind of stuff where it's like slippery. It's like slippery. I hit one little slippery spot on my road that I just kind of went woo a little bit. But I had called my husband before I left the house to ask him if the roads were bad, because he left for work at like 7. So I asked him if the roads were bad, and he's like, there's a few little slippy spots, but it's not bad, so just go slow down our road, or speed limit. He's like, speed limit's fine, but whatever. So, anywho, where was I? I am on the way to drop Casper off at the vet for the day. Casper is my deaf Italian Greyhound. He was born deaf. He's going to be 3 this year. Stop aging, buddy. He's sleeping in the back seat. He is harnessed in with his seatbelt, and he is fast asleep. And he had knee surgery on January 6th to fix a luxating patella in his left knee. His right knee also needs surgery, but we're doing them one at a time because it's a lot. It was a lot for us. It was a lot for him. It's 8 weeks of recovery, and we're not even to that yet. Normally they want to x-ray at 8 weeks, but my vet is going to be out of town, so we're doing a little bit early. Also, I really feel like he healed fast. He is, I want to say he's almost back to normal. He does wait to go up the steps. It feels like he wants us to help him go up the stairs sometimes, but I've been letting him do 1 or 2 steps at the top just to strengthen his legs a little bit. But the poor guy has just been like getting a lot of rest. I just want to get this x-ray done and see what they say about it. And Okay, I am going to pass this truck now because he's going insanely slow. There we go. All right, he's going like 40 on the freeway, which is fine. He's being safe, but that was like just a little too slow. And people were coming up behind me and like making me nervous. And I'm like, I'm not going slow. It's that big truck in front of me. Let's just get away from them. All right, we're good now. We're good. We're right at the speed limit, which is 50 right here. That's when you know you live in the boonies. The speed limit is 50 on the freeway. On the freeway. Does anybody go the speed limit? No, they do not. They all go like 75 through the 50 zone. And there's never cops here because there's also barely a shoulder. So there's nowhere for cops to even sit. Except for up ahead here where I'm getting off on my exit. There's always a cop sitting there. It's so funny. When you live here, you just know. You're like, I was joking that one of these days I'm just going to go there and take him coffee. Be like, here, hi, how you doing? You like basically live here. And they're only there, really, they're usually just there at rush hour or on holiday weekends. When you live in a small town, it's nice. I mean, it's not as small as it used to be 18 years ago. It is really boomed out here, which I kind of hate. I mean, I'm happy for the businesses and the local people with businesses. Good for them. But we moved out of Metro Detroit to live in the middle of nowhere and get away from everything. And now it's just grown up around us. The good news is our home value has doubled pretty much. We bought a house, a really big, nice house here in, what was it? So 2008. And our home value has doubled. Totally doubled, you guys. So that's a good thing. That's amazing. And it's actually more than doubled because of what we put into it. But we actually have to have somebody come out and reassess our home because we put a new roof on. We cleared all the dead trees out from around it. We also have to have insurance come out. We got the new siding. There's just all kinds of stuff we've done to improve it in general. So we do have to have insurance come out and look at everything and reassess for our homeowners insurance. I'm a little concerned about that. I want to do it soon because our homeowners should be way more, our house is worth way more than what they think it is. So I just went on a tangent. Anyway, so I was all over the place. So Casper, dropping him off at the vet right now. I'm dropping off at 8:30 and it's 8:24 right now. So it says 8:26 arrival. I'm 2 minutes away. Yay for me. So I couldn't sleep because today's plan is get up early, took care of everybody at home, got the girls settled in. The sisters are going to be at home by themselves for a little bit. Drop Casper off at the vet, drive home. On the drive home, I'm texting my client and I'm grooming 2 standard poodles today who take forever, by the way. They take forever. So Casper is not going to get picked up today until 3:30 because they have to sedate him to do his x-rays because they have to be like perfect x-rays of his knees to make sure everything's in alignment. We did this before, so this is the second time he's doing this. So they're going to do like a sedation x-ray on him. So he's going to be pretty googly and out of it and drunk all day. So he's going to hang out. They're going to sedate him, let the sedation kick in for a half hour to an hour or so, do his x-rays, and then they have to let him rest and wake up naturally, and that's going to take a few hours. So, and the last time we picked him up after this, he was still like drunk as a skunk, man. He was, I was saying like, I'll have what he's having. He was just like, he could barely hold his head up. And I'm like, I told them on the phone yesterday, I said, can I pick him up at 3:30 instead of 3? Because I'm working today now. I'm going to be grooming dogs the whole time that, I was saying about the license. See, I got circled back around. So anyway, I moved out here, couldn't transfer my license. So what did I do? I am now a dog groomer out here. I've been a dog groomer for almost 15 of my 18 years out here. And I also became a dog trainer. So a dog trainer and a dog groomer, which is pretty cool. Okay, let me go drop him off and then we'll keep talking about why I'm not a hairdresser anymore. Remind me when I come back. I'll be right back. Okay, I am headed back. I am leaving the vet right now. Just dropped off the Casper and talked to his nurse, Kathy. We love Kathy. Kathy took care of little dude. For people who have been around here a while and you remember little dude, lost him a year ago this past December. Ledoux, Kathy was Dude's nurse. When he was diabetic, but we lost him to like kidney failure, and he had kidney and liver failure, all kinds of problems going on. Anyway, he was a little Chinese crested guy. I miss my little Dude every day. So that's why we never call Casper the Dude. Like, the Dude was the Dude. And yes, he was named after the Big Lebowski, Jeffrey Lebowski, the Dude. So my dog's name was the Dude. He abides. He's somewhere off in heaven abiding. And even though he's a dog, hopefully having a non-alcoholic White Russian. Drop the guy off at the vet, and he's going to be there all day. And I had to sign my life away and all the paperwork, because he's going to be on dexamethasone, something, I don't know, and Torb. And Torb is like, woo, Torb knocks you right out. So he's going to be on that, and then he's going to wake up from the anesthetic, but then she said he's still going to be really tired, and she said the Torb is what makes him, when you come to get him and he's ready to go home, he's going to be so relaxed he just crashes out. I said, oh yeah, he was out of it in the car on the way back the last time. So I told her, I said, I'm fine with him staying a little bit longer. And I told her, I'll pick him up at 3:30 and we're all good. And I just texted my client to let her know when to be at my place. I got to drive back, and I got to feed the girls, and I got to go feed my chickens and take care of all of them. What a day. Oh my God. So driving home, I don't know, I didn't do a map. Anyway, it's like about 20-25 minutes to get home. And then I got to feed Lydia and Prudence and Enid their breakfast, and they'll all do potties. They're pretty good at like breakfast and potties all in one. They're really good at that. They eat and then they go and they're done. And then they'll be a little bit crazy for a minute, and then they'll nap the rest of the day usually. And I kind of like that it's overcast and poopy and rainy today, because the girls will just kind of nap and sleep. They were already, like, when I left, Prudence was in her crate. She has a crate, but I leave the door open. There's actually 3 crates, and we just leave the doors open. The only time I close the doors is when I feed them. I'll put Casper in his crate and put Prudence in her crate and close the doors. And Enid and Lydia eat 2 separate areas outside in the living room. And then when Lydia and Enid are done, then I let out Casper and Prudence, because Casper and Prudence are piggies, and they will go over and try to steal Enid's food, and they do it every time. It's really funny. They're like, and Enid stands over her bowl and growls at them. Now, if I want Enid to eat faster, I let Casper out first, because he knows to leave it, and he knows not to take her food. Prudence is the pushy little sister who's only 7 months old, so she tries to steal it, and she's brat. So there's some peer pressure. If I want Enid to eat a little bit faster and get done already, because sometimes she'll like sit there and just look at her food and eat 1 kibble at a time, and I'm like, the other 2 are in their crates like whining, they're ready to come out, and I'm like, girl, you gotta speed it up a little bit here. She's like, crunch crunch, 1 kibble, then she takes a mouthful of kibble and spits it on the chair and then eats them one by one, and like, oh, come on. Anyway, oh my God, I have the most exciting announcement. You guys know I've been trying to get Casper to lose weight. It was on his post-surgical stuff. He has to lose, what is it, like 5 pounds? He's down. I got him down. He's down almost 3 pounds. I am so happy. And Kathy was like, no, he looks really good. He's looking really good. He lost weight finally. I am so happy. I was like ready last night. I'm like, I'm going to go in there and he's going to weigh the same and they're going to yell at me. But what am I supposed to do? I'm already cutting. His food is so cut back. I do home cooking for him, and I have cut his food back so much. You see the size of him and how little food I give him. He'd be like, that's cruel. But he gets to snack on broccoli during the day, green beans, peas, instead of dog treat. He doesn't get any kind of dog treats that have more than 1 ingredient. He gets those dehydrated liver snap, little liver treat things that are just dehydrated liver. Or he gets dehydrated, it sounds gross, but the chicken hearts, which are organ meat, which are really good for him. And it's like pure protein, but he's been doing absolutely wonderfully with everything. So, I think I'm going to, the worst decision is you make as an adult is I'll get gas later. But I am going to get gas later, I think, instead of now. because later I'm going to need a coffee from Wawa. So I was going to go to Wawa on the way back home and get gas, but I think I'm going to wait until I head down, because then I'll make a right into Wawa and a right out of Wawa instead of making a left into Wawa and a left out of Wawa, even though there's a light there. I am all over the place. Yeah, the dog groomer thing, I've talked about this in the past, so if you're not new here and you know the story, you can skip ahead. I'm not going to talk about it much. I'm just going to say I did want to come here and work in a salon. I wanted to specifically do aesthetics. I wanted to do like facials and waxes. And I was like, this is a great gig. I can move out here and I can have a job right away, right? I don't have to I barely have to look for a job. I'll come out here and I will, just have my cosmetology license, and I can do hair and makeup. And if I can't get a job doing hair and makeup, I could do nails, like something. So I did all the paperwork. I did all the letters, and they sent me a letter back saying, you don't have enough hours, because every state has different requirements for the hours you need to work in a salon, and you have to pass what's called the state board. And it is oh my God. I was like, there's no way, dude. State board, the first time I did it, and I've talked about this in the past too, the first time I did state board was insane because I was tested for hair, makeup, skincare, and nails. So the people who just did hair, they just went in and had to do hair, and then they found out if they passed or not. I had to do hair. Then I had to sit at a table and do a manicure and do nails. Then I had to go to the aesthetics thing and do a facial, a massage, waxes. I had to be tested in all of that. And the makeup thing, I don't even remember if they tested really. I think the makeup and the aesthetics might have been one thing in Michigan. I think that was like a combined thing, if I remember right, because either that or I just don't remember it because my mind was a blur. Sorry, I'm like, my brain is going a million miles an hour. I kind of want to stop at my P.O. box, and I'm kind of looking, going, do I have time to stop at I think I do. I think I'm going to stop at my P.O. box. I think. Me thinks yes, I will. Because it'll just take me like 1 second to run in there. I can run in there so fast. And I'm not mailing anything. I'm just running in, checking my P.O. box, running out. I have time to do that, get home, feed the dogs. I've had to time this. I texted my client from the vet. I'm trying to take everything into account, go, can I fit in a couple of minutes to the P.O. box? And I think, yes, I can. I think I'll be okay. It's going to be tight, though. It's going to be tight. I feel bad. I'm going to run in and see the girls for like 10 or 15 minutes, and I'll be like, hi. Okay, I got to go. But I need to make sure I can get these 2 poodles completely done. I have to do their whole haircuts, their whole bath. A standard poodle can take up to an hour to get totally blow dried. An hour just blow drying, you guys. The haircut, I mean, usually if I'm going really fast and speedy, I can get a poodle done in like an hour and a half to 2 hours. But I like to have between 2 and 3 hours for a standard poodle if I'm doing anything fancy. Now, my client said she's having surgery on March 5th. So she's like, shave them down. I don't care, shave them down. I don't care what they look like. And I'm like, well, that's good. Cool. Well, that'll save me some time then. I'm not leaving their legs long or doing anything fancy. But the thing is, one of them is really big and the other one has really thick hair. So that's why those 2 specifically take me a little bit longer. Lily's hair takes like 2 years to dry. So here is my P.O. box key on my Wawa thing. I'm going to go check my P.O. box. I will be right back. Hold on. Okay, yay. We got our last card. And look, I can show this because I have a P.O. box if you ever want to send my dogs anything, or me. There it is. But it's also in my description box. And you don't have to. Yeah, I'm paying $600 a year for a P.O. box that I get almost nothing in. I mean, it pays off in certain respects. For one thing, like sometimes the mail at my house is sketchy. Oh, by the way, look how messy I look. I'm wearing this old shirt. It's an old PetSmart shirt. And I have my waterproof grooming pants on, so I know I look like a mess, but I'm grooming 2 poodles today, so I don't care. I really don't care. The poodles don't care how I look. I don't care. Look how long my hair is, though. Oh my God. I like blow dried my hair out the other night, and I was like, holy crap, my hair's long, and I need to trim it. My ends are terrible. And I need to do my roots. Do you see these gray roots? My roots are terrible. They're like all gray. They're like this long. I'm like, holy crap, I'm a mess. So, what else is going on? So yeah, I ended up, when I moved out here, I couldn't transfer my license. So long story short, too late. I got a job that enabled me, luckily, to become a pet trainer and a pet groomer. I went to a grooming academy, and the rest is history. Oh, I don't want to do an update on Lydia right now. Maybe I should just update. Maybe I should make this a longer vlog and like vlog going to pick him up and taking Lydia with. And no, I just need to work on brevity. Lydia got blood work about a week ago, right? And she had a urinalysis because she has something going on. She went and saw the vet. I had her checked out. Just some weird stuff going on with her. Nothing really like horrible, just strangeness. She was losing a lot of hair, and her weight's been going up and down. And I suspected, because I had a dog with this before, I suspected it was a thyroid condition. So we're getting her T3, T4 checked. We're getting her thyroid checked, but doing all the blood work. And she got put on an antibiotic for her skin because her skin she was just breaking out in like blackheads and everything, like breaking out. Like, this is where being an esthetician comes in handy. I told the vet, I said, she's overproducing oil in her skin. You know, it's like a sebaceous problem. She's like super oily. Her hair is super oily. She's never been like that. She's a Shih Tzu, like a Shih Tzu mix. She's a Malshi, which is a Maltese Shih Tzu. Don't even ask. Not my breeds at all. Never had those breeds. Never wanted those breeds. I adopted her because she was born with no eyes. So on Instagram, she's no eyes, no problem, Lydia. And I named her Lydia because her whole life is a big dark room. But if you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. But I'm waiting last week for her blood work to come back, and I'm like, okay. And they confirmed Casper's appointment. I'm like, hey, have you heard about Lydia yet? No. Then finally, the vet office calls. They're like, we got bad news. I'm like, what? And they go, something happened at the lab with her blood work and her urinalysis. We don't know what happened, but we need to redraw everything. I'm like, son of a... Now, the vet is a half an hour drive one way for me. So it's a plan. I mean, I'm gone for like an hour and a half every time I go to the vet, at least, depending on how long I'm there, if they're running behind or if I have to wait. So, you know, I need to plan like hour and a half to 2 hours to do a vet trip. And I'm like, well, this was like last Tuesday or Wednesday or something, they told me. And I said, well, I'm working every day, so there's no way I can get out there until next week, which sucks because it's a whole other week that, you know, her whatever. I will say the antibiotics for her skin are really helping, though. That made a big difference. So at least we got that going on. But I'm like, well, it is what it is. I mean, my husband's at his office. He's working every day. And the way things were with my schedule and my clients, I'm like, I'm working every day. I can't, and they're not open on the weekends. So I'm like, well, Casper's coming in next week on Wednesday. Can I just bring her that day? That way I don't have to make 2 trips, right? And it makes sense. And they said, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, I know I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer to figure this out with what's going on with her. But, and even today I'm working tomorrow. I'm probably working Friday morning. I haven't heard from Friday morning person yet, but I'm probably working Friday morning. I have a sheepdog tomorrow. That's going to take a big hunk of my day out. Yeah. So doing YouTube and doing this stuff is not the easiest thing. And I'm sorry I haven't been on here a lot, but usually what happens is I'll get busy with my clients and they all kind of come in. It's like, I call it feast or famine. I will have a couple of weeks where I am just booked. Like every day, 2 weeks, like I have people every day. But then I'll have, you know, a bunch of weeks that I'll just have people here and there. But I try to like have 2 weeks where I just get everybody out of the way. And those are the folks that are on the 6 to 8 week schedule, right? I see them every like 6 to 8 weeks. But then I have a few other clients that I see them like maybe every 12 weeks, something like that, you know, sometimes 16, but we like to not go much more than 12. My ears are popping because I'm going up a mountain. and my ears just pop right here every time. Right here every time. So yeah, so I'll have a little bit of a break after these dogs are done. I'm going to have a little bit of a break, and I'll have a few weeks where it's not busy. Although now I have other news, and the news of Prudence. Prudence and I Monday night went to our very first breed handling class, and she did really well. Because I live in the middle of nowhere, the only classes for her that I can find are about an hour drive one way. So I drove in the dark on Monday night in the really middle of nowhere. I mean, I thought I was like lost. I was like, what is going on? Where am I? It was pitch black. It was really anxiety inducing, I will say. Just, anyway, we made it. We got there. I texted my hubby. I'm like, oh my God, I found this place. I made it. It was the first time I ever went there. It was recommended by Lori, who trained me to be a trainer, and she trains dogs there. So she's like, go there. They do breed handling. They're really good. The guy, Rick, and the lady who teaches the class are both judges, and they show dogs, so they know what they're doing. They were amazing. There were like, I don't know, 15 dogs in the class, something like that. There were a lot. They were all big, so Prudence was kind of nervous at first. She was like, what the hell? Sorry, my ears keep popping. But by the end of the class, like, she did so well for her very first class. So the next 2 Monday nights, we're going to be going out to this class. I'm very excited that March 8th is daylight savings time. So I will not be driving to class in the dark anymore. I'll be driving home in the dark, but I won't be driving to class anymore in the dark. Now, March is going to be a little kooky for me, and I will probably vlog it because I'm going to be away for several days because Prudence is going to her first dog show. And yes, I'm putting Prudence in dog shows. I don't plan on breeding her. I'm not that kind of person. I'm a rescue person. But I want to do something with her, and she is gorgeous. And basically, I'm putting my baby in beauty pageants. I kind of joke about it. I'm like, I'm going to have a pageant queen. She's my pageant princess. That's going to be her new nickname, pageant princess. So pageant princess is in charm school classes on Monday nights, i.e. breed handling classes. So we are learning that. I have shown dogs before. I showed my Chinese crested voodoo in the past, and he actually won ribbons and all that. I'm very proud. I haven't done it in like 20 years, but I'm showing Prudence. So we are working on training and doing all that stuff. So Monday nights for the next 2 weeks, she's going to do that. But then on Monday, March 9th, she starts Star Puppy. Star Puppy, I talked about it in another video, so I'm not going to go over that again, but she starts those classes March 9th. So then we have classes for 6 weeks then. Once we get through that, and possibly in between that, we are going to start other classes as well. I want her to maybe do scent work training where you teach them the nose work where they can identify smells, because she's got a great sniffer and she's very sniffy. Also, her breeder does scent work with her other dogs, and she said it's great. She said it's a great bonding experience with your dog. She's like, it's probably the best bonding experience I've ever done with my dogs. It just brings you so close, and I'm like, who knows? Maybe Prudence she could end up sensing something wrong with me. Who knows? I don't know. I just look at her like the sky's the limit. I'm gonna let her try everything. I want to do rally obedience with her, which I did do in the past, and I love. And I want her to get her Canine Good Citizen Award, which is after Star Puppy. So she's on a whole program. If you're wondering why I don't do this with my other dogs, Lydia's blind, and she doesn't leave the house, and she's also older. She's gonna be 11 this year. Let's not go into Enid. Enid is a house baby. Okay, she's a house baby. She goes out with me, but I'm carrying her, and her personality, no, just no. You know how Chihuahuas get that rap that they're like, and they're kind of evil, and they're not evil. They're very headstrong. And Mexican hairlesses, very headstrong. They can be very sweet, but Enid is like a guard dog. She thinks she's a Doberman, and she's not. And I'm like, girl, no. Oh my God, I hate this. I actually have to look because I got to wipe off my backup camera. It's all messed up. It's just all blobs all over it. Let's not hit anything. No, I think we're good here. Okay, we're good. Back up as far as I can. Whoop, there we go. Yeah, Enid, just the thought of taking her to a class is just scary. I mean, I could, but no. why. I don't know. She just, and Casper, I would like to do more with. I talked to my husband about it. I'm like, I would like to get Casper in classes as well. And I would like my husband to maybe take Casper to the class, and I would take Prudence. So we would go together. But I don't know. So that's something we might do in the future. But then we'd have to leave Enid home, and I think she would freak out. So I don't know. But I want to do more things with my dogs that are outside of the house. You know, I want to start getting out and doing like sports with them or interacting with other dogs and other people. Not just for them, but for me, because I never leave my house. And speaking of, I got to go in. I got to feed the girls. I got to get ready for, I got to take care of my chickens, feed the girls. My salon is all set up. I don't have to worry about that. Because I thought we were doing this yesterday, but we bumped it a day, and my other dog moved. We've been flip-flopping schedules, and it's kind of crappy out today, but it's a good day to groom dogs because it's just rainy and crappy. So I usually just listen to podcasts, or actually I'll be listening to Peter's vlog from last night because I fell asleep last night. I didn't even get through 2 seconds of it. Watch his drama video while I was cleaning my room, and then I didn't really watch it, so I might re-listen to that. He'll get 2 views on that, and then I'll probably listen to the vlog. And I don't know when I'm going to upload this, so right now it is 9 in the morning, and I'm just finishing vlogging at 9 a.m. This is insane. I'm so tired. I'm going to go make another coffee, and I know I shouldn't be rubbing my eyes, but it's itchy. My eyes itchy. Every time I come out of the vet, my eyes are itchy because silly thing, I'm a dog groomer and I have dogs, but I'm allergic to dogs. Yes, I'm allergic to a lot of dogs. I just deal with it. It's not like life-threatening or anything. Listen to the rain. Wait. I like the sound of the rain on the car. Just sit here. It's relaxing. Now I'm like sitting here relaxing, listening to the rain. I gotta go in. I gotta work. I don't want to leave you guys because as soon as I turn this off, it means I have to work. Listen, I wish, in a way, there are days that I say, I wish I didn't have to groom dogs anymore. I just don't want to do it anymore. But it does make me happy. It's like, I always say I don't want to do it, and then once I do it, I'm thrilled, and I'm so happy I did it. Like going to the gym. Nobody's like, you're like, I don't want to go to the gym. I hate it. But nobody usually goes and then regrets that they went. Usually you get home and you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad I did that. I feel so much better. You feel like at least you did something. Going to the gym and grooming dogs I kind of feel the same way about them. I don't want to do it. You know, I don't want to groom dogs today. What I want to do is film videos and edit videos and do makeup and do a live and all that. But I can't because I have to groom dogs. And then as soon as I'm done with that, I have to run back down to the vet and run back home. And then by the time I get home, it's going to be like 5 o'clock. Something like that. I got to throw something together for dinner for me and my hubby. I'm going to be exhausted. And by then I will have been up 14 hours. And having not sat down for any of it, except for when I'm in my car. I do not sit down at all day, most of the time, in case you're wondering why I'm always tired. I'm 57 and I never stop moving. I never sit down. I don't sit down when I groom dogs. I'm not one of those people who can sit and groom. I'm on my feet the whole time. So I will be on my feet probably about 6 hours. The only sitting I'm doing is in the car right now. And when I drive to get the dogs, as soon as I get home, I'm going to be on my feet again. Twice a day, I have to go out at least twice a day, take care of my chickens and my ducks. So that's walking out into the yard and back. There's no sitting there. Plus I'm going to be walking through rain and snow to do that. Fun. Yeah, I probably won't sit down until 14 hours after I woke up. And then I have a sheepdog to groom tomorrow. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to think about that. I'll think about that tomorrow. I live my life as Scarlett O'Hara. I'll think about that tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to get off here. So I'm going to go take care of the girlies. And I will see you guys soon. I don't know if I'm going to add to this vlog or not. Either this is going to end or you're going to see me come back and talk to you guys when I'm driving down. I'll see how my dog grooms go. I might need to vent about it. Or hopefully I'll come back and I'll say, oh my God, that was so easy. You guys, it went really well. Let's hope for the latter. So maybe I'll pop in after this. If not, thanks for watching. I might be back. I might not. But I promise I'll see you soon. I don't think I have anybody booked next week. I don't think. Okay. I'll see you soon. Bye. I'm back in the car, and I look different, but it is the same day, I assure you. I have Lydia in the back seat, and I have Enid and Prudence in the front seat, but they're in their impact crate. So they're in the crate together, and they can see me. So they're, Prudence is actually curled up sleeping, and Enid has her head down and is kind of looking at me. Anyway, hi, I'm back. I said I didn't know if I was going to be back, but I just want to give you a report, because everybody's probably like, oh my God, I know all 2 of you watching this are going to be like, oh my God, how did her day go? There'll be like 2 or 3 people who are going to be interested. Nobody else cares. Nobody cares. Welcome to YouTube, where nobody really cares. And that's fine. My God, one of these days I have to tell you guys the story of, and that's fine. It's an inside joke with a girl because of a girl that my best friend Jamie used to date. He dated this girl, and like, you know how, okay, if you're female and you have a male friend and they date somebody and all of your like friend group can't stand the person, and they have little isms, and they just have isms. They have things they do, and you're like, oh, thank God that person's gone, because, you know, and then you kind of make jokes about it later. Seriously, 30 some years later, I want to say 30 to 35 years later, we are still doing, and that's fine. Because she said that all the time. She would, whatever we were talking about, or she would talk to Jamie about or something, it would be like, well, I know we were supposed to go to this restaurant, but I really wanted to go to this one, but we'll go to the one you want to go to, and that's fine. I keep going out of my lane because I'm laughing too hard. All right, anyway, so that's where that came from. She also used to say, Jay. No one in the history of ever has called Jamie Jay. That is, oh, it's so cringe, dude. It's so cringe. Jay. And that's fine. And to this day, I could just text him and say, Jay, how you doing? I'm doing all right. And that's fine. And he would just send me back like a row of laughing emojis. So that's the kind of like inside joke it is. Anywho, are we okay in there? Oh, we're just readjusting. It is rainy and it is foggy, so I'm not going to vlog the whole way down there. I'm really going to have to keep an eye on the road, and I don't usually look at the camera anyway. As you know, it's just mounted on a little suction cup thingy, and you're over there and I'm over here, and it's like you're in the passenger seat. So hi, we're riding along my road together in the rain. At least it's not snow and it's not ice, and it is 38 degrees. So by the time I go and get Casper and get Lydia's blood drawn and her urinalysis, and they're curling up together in there, and all that done, like, I'll get back and that's fine. And that's fine. It'll be fine. It's supposed to keep raining, but it's going to stay above freezing. It might get a little slippery and weird tonight, though. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. There's the flower delivery van. I hope they're not going to my house. That's the exact company that my husband sent me flowers from. And he didn't send them on Valentine's Day. He sent them the Wednesday before Valentine's Day. I said, oh, are these supposed to be Valentine's Day flowers? And he goes, no, they're just because. And I'm like, oh, there's more? Anyway, and so every time I see that van now that delivers from that place, I get really excited because I'm like, they delivered the flowers that he sent me. I hope they're not delivering flowers right now because I ain't going to be there. They go sit on the porch and get wet. Well, they'd probably wrap them in a bag or something. Any hoozle. So, yeah, my poodles showed up, and as suspected, I worked as fast as I could safely. I mean, I was efficient. I don't like to say I work as fast as I can as a dog groomer, because then people think I'm not being perfect, I'm not being careful. That is not true. I just work efficiently. I don't dawdle. I don't dilly-dally. No dawdling. No dilly-dallying. I just boom, boom, boom. I'm just working. I just go, right? So I don't mess around. I don't take any breaks. I didn't go to the bathroom. I didn't stop and get something to eat. None of that. Without taking a bathroom break or an eating break, it was 5 hours straight of working on the two poodles just to get them done, so I would have a few minutes to be able to get something to eat, change out of my grooming clothes, go, are you okay back there? Lydia, what are you doing, honey? Change out of my grooming clothes and be ready to go. And then I knew I needed some extra time because the girlies. I'm going to go a different way because you know what? I don't know where this guy's going, but he's like following me and I'm annoyed. So I'm going this way. I don't like being followed. Okay, wait. Did you guys ever feel like a car was like following you? Like they were just behind you the whole way somewhere? And it freaks you out enough to go, well, I was going to go this way, but now I'm going to go this way. So I'm just looking at Lydia in the... You okay, Lids? She's all right. I would have put her in this crate with the girls, but the girls and her will not all fit in this crate. Casper will be sleeping on that side. There's dog beds all across my back seat. This is the doggy mobile. This is the Prubaru. It's the Subaru, but it's Prudence's car, so we call it the Prubaru. My husband came up with that name. I can't take credit. If you missed it, we got home from picking this car up, and I said, Prudence, you have your own car, because Enid's car is my purple Jeep. That's Enid and Casper's car. And Lydia doesn't need a car because she never goes anywhere because she can't see. And I don't want to sound mean like, oh, Lydia doesn't go anywhere, she can't see. She really, you guys, she doesn't like going places. It gives her anxiety because she can't see. All she knows is the world that is our home and the walls in our home and all that. She doesn't know anything outside of that. When we take her out of there, sometimes she seems like, I'll take her out and she seems like she's a little bit like having a good time or something, but then I don't know, she's okay for a while until she isn't, and then she starts getting really stressed out because she's like, yo, I don't know where I am, I don't know, all the smells are different, everything is different, I don't know what's going on, right? So she gets kind of anxious. So I do like taking her for car rides though, because she's really quiet back there. Once she settles in and we're moving, she seems to love a car ride, but when we get places is when she's like not so happy. She's like, okay, this is not the house though. This is not home. I want to be home. It's like if I just took her out to run errands that were like drive-through or something, I don't know, where would I even do that? Like, because I won't leave her in the car. It's just dangerous. People have had dogs stolen out of cars out here. I'm not gonna explain my stance on it. My husband and I agree that we do not believe in leaving dogs in the car ever for any reason. And that's only because about 10 minutes from our house, I told this story before, somebody went into the Wendy's that's at the bottom of our mountain. It's like the closest fast food place. We don't usually go to Wendy's, but except for I went to get the Wednesday meal there. Somebody broke the window out of someone's car and stole their bulldog out of the car. And it wasn't like they were trying to save the dog because it was a hot day. This was not even during the summer. Somebody literally saw a bulldog in the car, went, hey, those are worth a lot of money because they're a purebred dog. Now, I don't know who would see Lydia and steal her. They'd be like, she's got no eyeballs and she's really old and she's kind of stinky. Listen, I love Lydia to death, but she's got that old dog smell, which I personally find really endearing. I love little senior dogs that smell like little old people. It's just so cute. She's such a little old lady. She's not terribly old. She's going to be like 11. But I think she's aging faster because of the whole no eyes thing. And we'll see how she does once we get the blood work and we figure out if she's got a thyroid issue or what's going on with that. However, if somebody saw Enid or saw Prudence especially, oh my God, they would so get stolen. They would so get fucking stolen. I just know it. I just know they would. It just scares the crap out of me. I don't know. It just scares the crap out of me. It would make me crazy just to think about it. In fact, I'm going to the dog show with her, and March 12th, I think it is. Yeah. Well, I'm leaving on March 11th. I'm going to a dog show, and it's Prudence's first dog show, and there's supposed to be a banquet on Saturday night, but it's a person banquet. And I'm like, well, what are you supposed to do with your dogs while you're at this person banquet? I'm like, look, if I can't bring my dog, I'm not coming, dude. I don't have to tell you, dog. I'm not leaving. I can't leave Prudence in a hotel room. She will shriek and howl the entire time I'm gone. She will go absolutely batshit fucking crazy the whole time I'm gone and shriek and cry. And they'll kick us out of the hotel. So I can't, even though I'm checking out Sunday, and this is Saturday night. So I don't know what I'm going to do. And Sue was like, well, she can stay with my dogs. And I'm like, yeah, but where are your dogs going to be? Because I think Sue's dogs are going to be in their crates in her car. And then that still gets to the point of, I don't like leaving dogs in the car. I mean, I don't know. Now I know why my friend Sarah has a trailer. She has an RV, I mean, not a trailer. She's got like a big RV she drives around to dog shows. And all of her dogs are in there. That way she can just leave them in the trailer. I keep saying trailer. In the RV. And they have crates in there. And the crates are bolted to the floor. And the crates are bolted to the floor of the RV and have locks on them with keys. Now, I have the same crate that Sarah has. It's the impact crate. And this crate also locks. So it is kind of a deterrent because somebody, if they tried to break in and they saw they can't unlock the crate, I don't know how they could take this crate apart and get the dogs out. It's actually made so that you can't, it's basically a safe for dogs is what the impact crates are. And it's also so that if there's an accident or anything or somebody hits me, the dogs will not feel the impact. That's why it's called an impact crate. They are more protected in this crate than I am in this car. They are way safer than I am. So they are my precious cargo. And these impact crates are not cheap, but I look at it as insurance for my dogs because I have little dogs. So I want to get another one because now, you know, Casper will be going home and Lydia. I would like to have a bigger size of it that could be in the back seat so everyone is in an impact crate. I could literally roll a car and the dogs would be okay, probably. I was trying to think of a way to attach the impact crate in the bed of my Jeep, which would be really cool, except for that I'm not really going to be taking the Jeep to dog shows. I don't think I'll be taking this car. So, I don't know, unless something happens and I'm like super independently wealthy and I can buy another impact crate and the tent I want for the top of the Jeep, have two impact crates, have one in here, one in the other car, bolt them in both, keep them both locked. I don't know. Anyway, long story short, don't know what to do for the banquet on that Saturday night. What else is that? Oh my God, I'm so all over the place. I'm doing the Peter Mon thing where I'm like, I just did a whole thing going off on 50 different directions and talking about 20 different things. And I don't know how I got here. I don't know what I was talking about. What the hell was I talking about? Ow, I just bit my lip. Ow, I was like, I'm not going to talk too long because it's raining, but actually the traffic is not bad at all. The traffic is like emptier, like lighter now than it was when I took Casper, although I took him at like rush hour when people were going to work. So I guess we'll keep talking because this is not bad. Maybe I'll even talk on the way home. Ha ha ha, you're going to be stuck listening to my ass. Well, not really. I guess you could just click off, but please don't. So, Lydia, traveling, cars, guy behind me. I'm backtracking in my head to remember what I was talking about. Somebody out there right now, possibly Janet, is yelling at the screen trying to remind me what I was talking about. And I don't know. As my husband and I joke, I was talking about the that's fine. And that's fine with Jamie. I was talking about that, which is pretty funny. I'm going really slow through here because it's a construction zone and the speed limit's 40. And they have one of those little cars parked with the thing, and they take your picture and mail you a ticket. They will freaking mail you a ticket. They mail you a warning first, and you're like, what the hell is this? Now, I don't know this. I didn't get one, but I know people who have. They mail a warning first saying you were speeding in a construction zone, slow your ass down. I'm paraphrasing. And then the second time, if you speed through and they clock you again with that thing, then they send you a ticket. So it's pouring rain. I didn't think they were going to be doing construction there, but surprise, they still are. I don't know why. It's like 41 and raining. Give the poor guys a day off. Sheesh. Don't make them work out in this. What's the matter with you? Oh, so I think I was saying, 5 hours grooming the two poodles, right? Oh, I was saying I knew I would remember. I was saying I don't like to say I'm rushing with dogs. or hurrying, trying to get done, because I don't want you guys to think I'm not being safe. I mean, when I say I'm rushing to get them done, it means I'm not taking a break. I'm not stopping even 5 minutes to go to the bathroom. So that's what I kind of mean by that. Just so you don't think I'm like hacking up dogs or something. I'm still doing my fancy haircuts on them. The big poofy poodle heads, the big poofy tails, the shaved feet. So they have the clean feet, the clean face, the big poodle poof, the fancy ears. I'm doing all that. I'm just taking no breaks at all. So I started with Lily. I got her done, did her start to finish completely, and then I had to do Oliver, and he's even bigger and has thick hair, and I started start to finish, got him done. And I just had to power through it, and caught up on a lot of podcasts and videos. I find videos that I don't have to like watch. I can just listen to them, which is cool, because obviously I can't be like distracted. And the only time, I usually just let it play. I'll put my AirPods in when I'm blow drying the dogs so I can do the noise canceling thing, because it's really loud. I have a 4 horsepower hair dryer, and even with that, it takes almost an hour to dry a poodle. So yeah, it's a long time. So it was 5 hours start to finish to get both of them done with no break. Normally it'd be like 5.5, 6 if I just took like a little break, went to the bathroom, take a 15-minute break between the dogs, grab a coffee, grab something to eat or drink, whatever. And I'm like, I didn't want to risk that, because I knew that I had to be here at 3:30 to pick up Casper and have Lydia have her nurse visit to get her blood drawn, all that crap. So I'm like, well, I do not want to be late for this appointment, and it's raining and buses are out and all that stuff. So I was saying I wasn't gonna know if I was gonna bring the girls. Okay, first we woke up. I grabbed Casper, threw him in the cart, and we left. So the girls were like, what the? They were really off. Their whole morning was thrown off, because normally I wake up and we have a morning routine and it never changes. It, honest to God, never changes. I have a routine in the morning. I mean, I have like vitamins next to my bed. My water's there. I get up, I drink my water. I'll go to the bathroom or whatever. And everything is a routine with us, and it pretty much never ever changes. So the fact that I got up and I did the routine, except for I stopped when I got to the kitchen, I couldn't give them their breakfast because Casper couldn't eat anything before getting put under and getting his x-rays, because he was having anesthetics. So I couldn't feed him anything. So we skipped breakfast, so that threw them off. And then I'm like, they're looking at me like, you're in the kitchen, where's our breakfast? And I'm like, we gotta go, I'll be right back. Then I take off for an hour with their brother. They don't know where he went, they don't know where I went. I come back without their brother, then I feed everybody, I change, and then I go, okay, I gotta go to work. Thankfully, I got them done, and she was there at about 1:50-ish, and I had to get them all packed up and whatnot. And then, so yeah, I'm here. I'm in the back. Yay, Caspage! Get my Casper. Gotta get my Casper. Wee-hoo. Gotta get my guy. Uh-oh, oh no, they're excited. They know where we are. Oh my God. Oh, I'm like, what are these guys doing? What a weird day. They're cleaning the windows, but it's like raining out. They're window cleaner guys. There's a guy inside with a big rag, like wiping the windows. Okay, I'm gonna need this. Okay, Liddy. I know, Liddy. Oh, no. Settle down. Settle down. That's what happens when I stop. They know we're somewhere. All right, I'm going to go because I got to get her in, and I'm going to go see what's up with Casper, and I will be back and we'll update. The gang's all here. Okay. Lydia's got all her tests done. That's going to be going out. They said they labeled everything really clearly and carefully for the lab, so no mix-ups can happen. Nothing weird can happen. Casper's got some antibiotics for a little... he's had like a hot spot on his shoulder ever since the surgery. And what we found out, the vet looked at it today. And, hi, baby. That would be Miss Prudence. I know. No, you can't come out. I'm driving, ma'am. Prudence and Enid are still in the crate. They're in the crate right now, and they were sleeping, and I'm talking, so now they're awake and like listening to me talk. Lydia's on the side. Casper's sleeping over there. He was pretty perky when he saw me, but now that he's in the car, he's just like, ugh, head lolling around, very sleepy. So that's good. Oh, so Casper's had this boo-boo on his side, and we thought it was a hot spot. We didn't know what it was. It turns out, like, that spot, they had actually given him an injection there during the surgery, and the vet told me she gave me a silver spray for it, like a Manuka silver spray, and she said it looks like he had a reaction to the shot that we gave him in that area. And she said that does happen. We've seen it happen before. Some dogs have a reaction, and that happens, and that's probably all it is. So I said, okay, well, when I bring him for the x-ray, you want to look at it then, and we'll just see how it looks. And that was like a week ago I got the spray for him, because I texted a picture, and so she knew what it looked like and all that, and I told her everything about it. And she's like, let me send you home with the spray. And the spray is helping, but his little spot, it's healed up mostly, but it's still a little bit pink and inflamed. And he lost the hair there. He's got like a little bald spot on his shoulder, front shoulder. So she looked at it today and said, yeah, it looks like a reaction to the injection. So that's all it was. So I have antibiotics that he's going to be on, just because she said it's a little bit pink and it's a little bit swollen still. So she just wants to like knock it down and make sure there's no infection or anything. It's been like that for a while. He doesn't have a fever, nothing weird's going on. So he's probably fine, but just to be on the safe side, she said it'll clear up faster and the redness will go away, and it should clear up faster if we just keep him on an antibiotic. So he's on Simplicef for, I think, 10 days, 12 days, 10 days, something. We'll find out about Lydia's blood work hopefully in a couple of days. I'm hoping we find out on Friday. And her urinalysis. He's so crashed out back there. What else? I don't even know what I was talking about before. My God, my back is so sore. So I was saying this is the first time I've really like sat down since when I was driving this morning. And guess what? I never went and got gas. I said I was going to stop and get gas on the way down, and then I kind of forgot about it completely. And then I went, ew, I should probably look and see how much gas I have. But I still haven't. I have plenty. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm behind a big truck, and I'm going like 45 on the freeway. Well, we're going into the 40-mile-an-hour construction zone, and it's pouring rain, and it's almost 4 o'clock. So now it is 3:53, in case you're keeping score of my crazy day. I was there at 3:20, so it's 3:53 now. So I was in there almost a half an hour. Yeah, I was in there a half an hour because I was 10 minutes early. So I was 10 minutes early. We waited a few minutes. They brought Casper out, and she took Lydia back, and I put Casper in the car, and he promptly fell asleep in the back seat. Now, I have to make an amendment to no leaving dogs in the car. I'm at the vet's office, right? The whole front of it is windows, and I was in the first spot right in front of the front desk and the door. So I did leave these two in the crate sleeping, and they took a nap in the crate, and he was in the back seat sleeping. And I came out like 2 or 3 times just to check on everybody while I was waiting for Lydia. I came out like 2 or 3 times just to peek in and look at everybody, and they were fine. So that is the only exception to my rule of no dogs in the car. If I'm at the vet office and I'm going in, and like there's 2 girls at the front desk, and my car was right in the front, right at the front door, which was very cool. I was glad that spot was open. Made me feel better because I was ready and willing. The reason I wore this coat is it's the one with the big pockets, so Enid can ride in it. So I was ready and willing to take all of them in. And I'm like, oh crap, I got the spot right in front of the door. Now I don't have to take them all in. This is awesome. And I was able to put Casper in the bed so he could just be in his bed and go right to sleep after being in the vet's office all day in a crate, and I'm sure he was comfy and everything, but I'm like, yeah, let's just, okay, now this guy's going 35, this truck, so I can pass him now. And there's no traffic coming really. Oh, and somebody's merging there, so it's a good thing I got in the left lane. How nice for us. All right, except for now I need to get over it. I can't. No. I'm gonna miss my exit if I can't get over it. The guy in the right lane is like speeding. And it's like, dude, you're gonna make me miss my exit. Thank you very much. Speeding in the right lane. Oh, cop done busted. That cop, I was merging on the freeway and I saw him going. Like, I saw him like driving as he was the last car as I was merging on. The cops got somebody pulled over up here. Most likely for speeding through the construction zone. I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. I could be wrong. Possibly for speeding through the... Oh, girl. Look. Ooh, there's 2 cop cars. Somebody in trouble. Somebody is in a trouble. There's a... Ooh. Yeah, there's a state police car, and that might have been a Stroudsburg police car. I didn't notice. Oh, that guy's not going to have a good day. Anywho, at least it wasn't an accident, so that's good. What else? So, Casper's knee surgery. So, in case you're wondering, because I know, inquiring minds want to know, everyone is dying to know. Casper's knee, how is it doing post-op? Well, he's still got 4 weeks to go until he is allowed to be back to normal Casper crazy man behavior. So he's still got another 4 weeks. Poor guy. He's still gonna, but we have exercises and physical therapy stuff we have to do with him, so I'll be doing that. He's got to do wall stands, which is funny. I have to have him stand up against a wall, and she's like, see if you can have him go down the wall and like sit. I'm like, that's interesting. Okay, I guess I can try that. So he's got to do that, and he's got like other exercises and things he has to do. Oh my God, this merge, let me tell you, this merge sucks. Oh, there's a cop up there too. Nice. Nobody knows how to merge here. It's ridiculous. Okay. Patience. I'm not in a big hurry. I got all 4 of my dogs in the car, so I am like not going to do anything stupid. I'm just over here like basically on the shoulder, and this guy next to me like doesn't even want to let me in, which is rude because he's got the merge. I don't. Rudeness. So much rudeness. I hate being out in rush hour, honestly. This is like the worst time of the day to go out, but it's all I could do, like with working today. I had to work today, so I had to do later. It is what it is. Should I stop and get gas? Probably not. I'm kind of worried if I stop and get gas, all the dogs are going to go cuckoo in the car. So what I think I'm going to do is, this guy's in a big freaking hurry, and he's going to go up there and he's going to cut everyone off. Remember, this is that part I said everybody goes in the right lane and speeds and cuts everyone off. And then there's accidents up here. Every time, without fail. There's some kind of accident because of people like doing stupid stuff. So, yeah. So I'm just letting all these people go on the right again. I'm letting everyone pass us. I'm like, you go, Glen Coco. This is a merge left. Oh, that guy's going behind me. That's nice. He's not trying to speed around and cut me off. And how lovely. Ah! So, big traffic backup. Going slow, getting home, but I am taking my time because I have the precious cargo of all 4 of my dogs in the car right now. We do not want anything to happen. I'm watching all my mirrors. I'm like, ugh. I'm ready to get off this road because this road actually is where the most accidents are. So I'm thinking about just taking all the little back roads. I love taking the little back roads home. There's that one that I always go down that I always tell you guys it's really scenic, and there's an overlook of the mountains and the valley and the ski area. I might go that way even though it's raining and there's buses and whatever, I don't care. I might just want to get off this road because it's making me a little nervous. People are a little crazy right now. I think because it's raining and it's overcast and it's kind of poopy out, people are like, rain. I'm not. I'm like, I'm the dude. I am the dude right now. I'm like, whatever. I'll get there when I get there. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. I texted my husband and I'm like, I'm done. This is it. Once I get the dogs in the house, I'm done. I mean, I am like done at the end of my rope. Done. My energy is gone. I'm going to have to upload. Well, I'm going to airdrop all this video that I've recorded on my phone talking to you guys. I'm going to airdrop it to... There's a cop up here and they just pulled someone over too. Oh my God. I'm kind of loving that the cops are out pulling people. Okay. We keep saying there needs to be more cops on this road. There's one there too. Oh my God. There's one right here. You guys won't see him because he's on my right. He just pulled somebody over. Oh my God. He just pulled over somebody there. And then there's a cop further up that I'm suspecting might end up pulling someone over if they start speeding on this road or doing anything stupid. I feel better. Okay, I'm going to stay on this road now because 2 cars ahead of me, there's a cop. I feel safe now. I know it might be a false sense of security. Somebody could hit the cop. But in the last week, there have been 2 accidents on this road. I always talk about the double yellow and people crossing the double yellow. There have been 2 head-on collisions on this road that I'm on right now. The speed limit's 45. 2 head-on collisions in 1 week. And people airlifted out, all kinds of bad stuff, right? Luckily, I think everybody made it out alive of both of those, but probably pretty messed up. And I saw the pictures of the cars because we have like, you know, local news and all that. Yeah, the one car, the whole front of it was gone. It was just completely annihilated. The whole engine, like back to the window, it was just smashed in. I don't even know how somebody made it out of that accident in one piece. He's probably in a few pieces. But clearly you could tell, and they say there's one area up here where it opens up a little bit and people think, oh, I can pass. And then they pass on the double yellow, and right up here where we're coming up to is where all the accidents seem to happen, where people do that. So it makes me feel good that there's a cop right up here. And hopefully that will not happen. Okay, there's a part of me that really wants to go hit like Dunkin' or Wawa right now, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm really trying to stay on my calorie count, healthy diet, counting my macros, doing my protein, not having any bad food, you have coffee at home. I love my coffee maker. Love it. I'm obsessed with my coffee maker. I gotta say that, and I got a Ninja Creamy. Do you guys know about the Ninja Creamy? I have the 11-in-1 Ninja Creamy. I have the one that makes cremachinos, and it makes gelato, and it makes Italian ice. Oh, it's so good. It makes shakes. Oh my God. So I've been making like protein ice cream, and you can make frozen like protein milkshakes with it. So good. So good. Oh my God. You can just take bananas. Okay, I took bananas that were like overly ripe, smushed them all up, and I just used a whisk and I smashed them all up. I put a little bit of cinnamon sugar in it. Like, I didn't want a lot of sugar in it, but I wanted a little something, so I put cinnamon sugar that I had for like coffee topping, you know, like a cinnamon sugar thing. So I used that, making sure no one's coming through the traffic circle. All right. Woohoo! Oh my God. I don't want to jinx it, but so far this has been a pretty smooth ride home. But it's still early. Still got a little ways to go. I put a little bit of cinnamon sugar in with 4 bananas that I had. Smushed them all down. Put them in the Ninja Creamy thing. Froze it. Okay, it has to be really, really, really smooth. You have to... I have a... What are those things called? It's not a blender. Well, you can use a little hand mixer. I used, not an immersion blender. That's what it is. Doy. I use an immersion blender, and I use that, and I mush it all down, and you make it like a puree. It's got to be silky smooth, no lumps. Froze it, took it out, let it thaw a little bit, put it in the Ninja Creamy. Best ice cream in the world. 2 ingredients: bananas and a little bit of cinnamon sugar, and I mean just a little bit. And then I believe I added extra cinnamon too, so it was like a cinnamon banana kind of flavor. So delicious. And I didn't even need the sugar in it. I mostly was just putting that because the cinnamon was in there. So I mean, I probably put like a half a teaspoon with 4 bananas, and then I added a little bit of extra cinnamon, and it was delish. So you can do that with any fruit. Right now I also have mangoes. I had a bunch of fresh mangoes, and I peeled them and I pureed the heck out of them so they're super silky smooth, and then I put that in the freezer. I didn't add anything to it. All it is mangoes. Mangoes, that's it. Nothing else. Zip zilch, nada, nothing but mangoes. You freeze it, 1 ingredient, take it out, thaw it a little bit, just so it's not like hard as a rock. Put it in the Ninja Creamy, it whips it up, and you have like a mango sorbet kind of thing. So freaking good. This stuff is so good. And I love that it's like you're eating ice cream, but you're not eating ice cream. It doesn't have all the crap in it. There goes another cop. Wow, there are cops out everywhere today. I think because it's raining and it's so crappy out and it's rush hour, and I'm usually not out this time of day. Maybe there's just a lot more cops this time of day, and I'm never out this time of day to see them. Anyway, God, that's about the 6th or 7th cop I've seen on this whole trip. So, mangoes. Yeah, so I have the mango in there, and I still have the mix to make a cremachino in there, which they call it a cremachino, but because they can't say frappuccino or Starbucks will sue Ninja. But let me tell you, it's a frappuccino. So my husband, his favorite thing now that we've made twice is the frozen hot cocoa, which is the greatest thing in the world if you've never had it. And you can use plant-based milks. You can use like coconut, which I don't like coconut milk with it. If you really like chocolate and coconut, like you're one of those people who likes Mounds bars or Almond Joys, you might like it. But basically all you do is you put a half a cup of hot cocoa in the little Ninja Creamy container, half a cup of hot cocoa mix. And I got one when I was in Michigan, when I went to Sanders Fudge in the Sanders store, and I bought a big tin of Sanders hot cocoa mix. It has turned out to be the single greatest thing for this, because it's not in little envelopes. It's just a big tin of like powdered cocoa mix. So you take a half a cup of that, put it in there. You put milk in, whatever kind of milk you want. If you want whole milk, if you want almond milk, if you want cashew milk, oat milk. Like I said, if you like Mounds and Almond Joys, you could actually put a little bit of almond extract, and you could use coconut milk, and it would taste exactly like an Almond Joy bar, which is kind of interesting. That might be a way that I would like it. My husband would hate it because he does not like coconut at all. So I usually do not keep coconut milk around because he can't stand it. He just, I don't know, he doesn't like the flavor of coconuts at all, which is interesting. He doesn't really have a lot of strong opinions on food. Coconut, he is very, very loudly against. So I just try to not mention it around him. It gets him all rankled. He gets all mad at coconuts. It's like, coconut. I mentioned that I got this when I went to Earthlake Foods, I got this one. You'll see it in the video if I ever get it done edited. Maybe I'll put it up tomorrow or Friday. I got this coffee creamer, and I didn't realize, I wasn't really thinking it's like coconut based. It's a coconut milk based creamer, but it's cinnamon flavor, and it's got like all these superfoods thing in it. And I was telling him about it. I'm like, actually, it's really good. You might like it. And it's very cinnamony. It's the strongest cinnamon creamer I've ever had. And the flavor of the cinnamon's really good. And I said, but it's coconut, so you might not like it. And he goes, nope, don't even try it. Don't put it in my coffee. I'm not interested. And I'm like, but, and he goes, no, but, nope, it's coconut. No, thank you. I'm like, all right, more for me. So, yeah. So anyway, you put, what was it? 1 3/4 cup, I think, or something, however much milk you put in. You do it up to like the freeze line, not the top line, but the second one down. I forgot what it's called. The drink freeze line, frozen drink line or whatever it is. So you have to microwave the milk. And I was like, why am I heating this up if I'm going to freeze it? And then it made sense, because if you put cold milk in with a hot cocoa mix, it just turns into this clumpy mess. And to make a frozen hot cocoa, you have to have the cocoa powder completely broken down. This has turned into a cooking show. Anyway, so you heat it up, and you basically have just made a really strong, giant hot cocoa. And then you freeze it, and they say for 24 hours, but if you're really, really in the mood for it, it freezes a lot faster than that. You freeze it, then you take it out, and then you go to the top fill line with just your whatever milk you're using. So there's like a liquid on the top, and then the frozen part on the bottom. And then you put it in the Ninja Creamy, and you hit Creamachino, and it goes bzzz, and it's very loud, and it mixes it up. And you have this like perfect milkshake, like milkshake consistency kind of thing, and oh my god. And it tastes exactly like hot cocoa, but it's like frozen. So good. So that's our new favorite thing. We've made a couple of those, a couple batches, and now I'm out of milk. Like, I have cashew milk left, but he likes whole milk. I prefer cashew milk, or I don't mind almond milk, or I like oat milk is okay, but it's a little bland. But I find like this extra creamy cashew milk works the best. Anyway, enough about that. So, see, I made it. Look, I'm talking. I have to thank you guys. I made it. I'm just going home. Do you see how foggy it is? You can't really see it. It is super foggy out right now. We're under a dense fog advisory because it's raining. There's all this snow, but it is 37 degrees, so it's creating a lot of mist and fog. And wow, all 4 of my dogs are crashed out sleeping. It's kind of nice. It's like driving home with 4 kids that are all really super tired, and they all just fell asleep in the car. Kind of nice, peaceful. And I'm just like driving home with my kids in the car. No, I'm going to keep I was turning down my wipers, but you know what? It's raining enough where I'm not going to do that. So what else was I saying? So Casper is still on restricted movement, but we have exercises we have to do with him. He's allowed to go up some stairs, but Kathy said take him up the stairs and then just have him like stop on the stairs and just stand there, because we're trying to strengthen his hips and his back end as much as possible. And then she was asking, when do you want to do his next surgery on his other knee? And I said, well, we want to wait a little bit because we want to make sure that that knee is 100%. So that's another 4 weeks right there. So then we're into April. We want him to run around the yard, and we also want him to still lose a few more pounds. Like I told her, I said, really optimally, we'll see how much weight he loses over the next month. I mean, you don't want to starve your dog. They really should lose like a pound. You could push it and be like, let's lose a pound a week. Realistically, because he's on restricted activity, Kathy was saying, he's losing weight so much slower because he's not allowed to run. He's not allowed to run around. He's not allowed to go up and down the stairs, like run around the yard. Not that he could, because it's all full of snow still. But when you're just sitting on your butt all day, like this poor guy is, and we have to restrict his activity, it is really hard for him to lose weight. So he's going to be losing like a pound every week and a half to 2 weeks, realistically. And that's healthy. That's pretty good. That's about what he's lost since the last time we were there. It's been over the course of like 1.5, or it's been about a pound every week and a half to 2 weeks he's lost. So that's awesome. That person is very confused where they're going. God, they scared me. They were pulling in, and there's this guy flying down this way, and that guy was just sitting in that lane. Like, they almost just got hit in the side. You cannot stop on this road. How many times I got to tell you people? People drive crazy on this road. Says me, who's going 33 miles an hour. Nope, 32. 32 in a 35 zone because it's very foggy. I ain't fitting to hit a deer or anyone in front of me, and there might still be... No, there shouldn't be buses out. It's 4:14. So I think all the buses are gone. And, my thumb is itchy. It's itchy, like, right here. I have been doing non-stop hand lotion. Because my hands have been cracking, so they're so dry. My nails are growing a little bit. I did a nice little manicure on myself on, was it Sunday or Monday? I forget. Sunday or Monday, I gave myself a little mani. I gave myself a mani-pedi. I did one of my baby foot treatments, so that was good. And which reminds me, oh my God, I was laying in bed and I was on Reddit, of all things. I don't hate Reddit, but I'm not on any of the crap places on Reddit. I'm on like the good positive places. On Reddit, I follow like plant groups, an Italian Greyhound group, a Mexican hairless dog group, and you know, I follow like all my interests like that, and like some cooking. I'm in the Ninja Creamy group, ha ha ha. Anyway, so all that kind of stuff. So it's all like, my Reddit's very happy and very positive, and I love it. But I also follow an r/grief group, and someone posted on there, and it really was like so much food for thought, and I commented on it, and then I got like 2 or 3 comments on my comment and upvotes on my comment, and I'm like, wow. So, you know, it's not just me. It was one of those things, like that Reddit post made me really feel like a lot better about what's been going on with dealing with, since I lost my dad and everything. So I thought, because it has to do with looks and identity, this post did, it was really interesting. It made me actually want to talk about it in a video in the future, and it'll be like a get ready with me kind of thing, a get ready with me-ish video. But oops, I'm parking in a snowbank. What am I doing? I can't. So my backup camera, because it's so crappy out, it is covered with like water and stuff right now, so I'm having trouble seeing my backup camera. I think this is okay. I think we're all right. Even my backup camera is like, I don't know how close you are to the garage right now. Oh, here we go. It's going to start beeping. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's perfect. Awesome. So this Reddit post was great, though. So I stopped the car. We're here. The dogs are going to want to go in, so I can't really talk anymore. I'm going to have to get them in because they're going to start crying because they know we're home. But I do want to talk about it because it was a Reddit post about self-care going down the toilet when you're grieving, and how many people have experienced this. And I said, girl, I've been avoiding mirrors since October. Like, I can't be bothered, and everything really fell off. I didn't do my nails. I didn't do my feet, like any of my mani-pedi stuff. And I gained weight, and everybody's talking about the weight gain. And they're like, why does no one talk about this when you're grieving? Like the things you go through. And what you're going through as far as your own body and your self-image. And holy crap, what an enlightening, wonderful community of people on that r/grief group on Reddit. If you are grieving or you've lost somebody, I can recommend that group. If I remember, I'll put a link down in the description box. What I'll do is I'll drop a link to the thread that I'm talking about, but I do want to do a get ready with me and talk about this in a video. And I already thought, like, the title of my video is going to be More People Need to Talk About This, r/grief. And it's going to be a nod to the Reddit post. I'm like, I have never heard a beauty influencer or a major influencer or anyone talk about self-care and simple things. Like, somebody said, I used to do my makeup every day, and since I lost, they lost someone, they said, I don't even do skincare. I don't even care. I just don't care. And it was such a supportive thread. Everybody was so supportive. And I think everybody who commented there felt seen, which I think is the most important thing. So I do want to discuss that in a future video. It's something I've really been thinking a lot about. And I don't just throw videos on. I know I'm not like posting super regularly, but I'm not going to post just to post a bunch of crap. I'm not going to post just for no reason. Or just like today I'm posting because life has been lifing, and that's the title of this. Life is lifing. It has been a crazy week and a half, 2 weeks. I've been wanting to put up these videos that I did. I have a bunch of new stuff. I have all this stuff set up in my studio to record, but I've been working and working and working. I have been now up for 13 hours, and it's only 4:19. It was, I'm on 2 hours of driving today and an hour at the vet's office, I think. Well, not quite an hour, about 40 minutes at the vet's office. 2 hours of driving, 5 hours of dog grooming. I had to take care of my chickens and ducks in between that. I have not eaten a meal yet today, and it's after 4 o'clock. I had nothing to eat today. And I know you're going to yell at me. You're probably yelling at the screen. I had a can of Coke to keep me going. I opened a can of Coke, and I'm like, I got to have a can of Coke. I had a coffee this morning, a can of Coke. That's all I've had today. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. It's raining. My chickens are inside. I put them in before I left because I didn't want to worry about predators out right now. The P word. Not that kind of predator, guys. Hawks, foxes, raccoons. Because it's warm out today, everything is going to be coming out looking for food. So I'm like, let me put my chickens inside while I'm not home. I didn't want to leave the door open to the coop and leave them out. So they were locked in while I was gone. I'm like, it's safer for them. I don't have to worry about them. I don't have to come home and find that there was a massacre of my chickens or something, or my ducks. So they're inside. Plus it's raining and it's kind of blah out. The ducks would love it, but the chickens wouldn't come out anyway. So they're all tucked in safe. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these guys all inside. I'm going to jump in the shower because I'm covered in dog hair and I'm sore. My eyeballs, like when I close my eyes, it actually like hurts behind my eyelids right here. I need to eat something too. I'm thinking about making that cremachino now that I talked about it. And I'm going to read my Kindle. I've been reading my Kindle like crazy. I'm on like 3 books this week. I'll sit down and read it. Like, okay, so I read first thing in the morning and I read like in the afternoon. I'll read for like an hour or so. Sometimes in the evening I'll read, or before I go to bed. Or if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll read. Or if I wake up at 3 a.m, I'll stay up and read, which is what I did today. And usually if I read, it'll put me back to sleep. But today it didn't, because I think I just had so much going on. So yeah, I'm going to go inside. I'm going to get the dogs settled in. I'm going to feed Casper because he didn't. Oh my God. I want you guys to see him. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, I can't zoom in on him, but there he is. Oh my God. Look at him. He's so sleepy. Lydia's right there. There he is. And the girls are in here. Oh, hello, girlies. There they are. There's little faces in there. Oh, now there goes Lydia. And Casper's up. Oh, he realized we're home. Look at him. He's like, we're home. Okay, we're going to go in. I'm going to get this guy settled in. Get the girls in. Okay, Liddy. Okay, Liddy, we're home. Yeah, we're home, Liddy. There's Lydia. We're home, Liddy. Okay. Enid is in here getting mad at me. Enid's in the pink right there, and Prudence is over here. It's hard to see her. There she is. All right, we're going in. Thanks for traveling along with me today and coming on this odyssey. Honey, the land. It's been a day. All right. The day in a life of trying to be a YouTuber who has a full-time job, and not just a job, but a physically exhausting job where I'm on my feet all day. And yeah, I'm exhausted. So I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to sit with my Kindle with all the dogs curled up on me. I'm going to make a cremachino. I'm going to make something to eat. Don't worry. I think I want to make a sandwich. I'm kind of in the mood for a sandwich. So I'm out of here. Thanks for coming along today. And thank you for being patient since I haven't been uploading. And sorry, I've been working a lot. I will be better. I promise. I'm trying to get better. It's a struggle bus. It's a struggle bus, having a full-time job and taking care of these creatures and vet appointments. And I know I don't have to tell y'all, and chickens and ducks and everything else. Okay. Love you guys. See you later. Bye.